The NFL draft just a couple more days away, so there's still plenty of time to make some final pitches to the Jaguars, so what they should do on the clock at 5. So we got the sports team together here, and we're going to let ladies first. Alessandra, you're going to put a minute on the clock. Can we pop the graphic up? We'll put 60 seconds. Alessandra, your pitch for who the Jaguars should pick when they're on the clock at 5.
Do I start right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it just started. Okay. I think the Jaguars are taking Mason Graham, the big guy from Michigan. The reason why is because he's one of the best interior defensive linemen in the entire draft. Abdul Carter's going to go away. I don't think the Jaguars are trading. They're staying at number 5, and they're going to take Mason Graham. Here's the reason, okay? James Gladstone, the general manager, has said multiple times, intangibly rich. Well, intangibly rich is being disruptive. That's exactly what Mason Graham did. This past season, 120 tackles, 43 of them were within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. It's quite disruptive. You can't really do anything on offense if you can only get 2 lines or 2 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Here's another thing. Big dude. He can really help the inside of the defense. We just talked about this. Mason Smith, Mason Graham, Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker. Those are some big boys that I would not want to go up against. So I think if you add Mason Graham, he's going to be great, and ladies are always right, so that's why. Oh, I went a little over.
That's all right. Justin,
okay.
Have at it.
My pitch, hey, Mason Graham makes sense, but my pick is going to be the guy I've been banging the horn banging the drum for the last couple months. Ashton Jeanty, yes, he was born in Jacksonville. Yes, he lived here till he was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a coming home party. Jacksonville's running game is atrocious. You can't get yards on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Yes, that's partly due to the offensive line. They invested that in free agency. I think you go with the best, possibly the best player in the draft, Ashton Jeanty. He had 1,600 plus yards after contact last year. After contact. That's more than the second place guy in the rushing chart carried for. Ashton Jeanty had more than 2,000 yards, second behind Barry Sanders in college football history. They need a playmaker. Your goal was to give Trevor Lawrence the most help he could get. He got the help in free agency. I think you give him possibly the best offensive playmaker in this draft, Ashton Jeanty. Bring the Jacksonville native home, put him behind Trevor Lawrence, send Travis Etienne off in a trade, give him the best offensive player in the draft. Ashton Jeanty at number 5 for me.
All right, then that means I get to wrap it up with what is the right response. The reason nobody knows what they're going to do at 5 is because they're not picking at 5. Like, hate to tell you, they'll get on the clock at 5 and there's going to be a deal done. This team is trading back. They're not going to pick at 5. Nobody seems to know. All the Ashton Jeanty hype is just too clear. It's too loud at this point. The Mason Graham hype has completely died down. James Gladstone's going to get more draft picks by moving back in the draft, and they're going to get a guy that I kind of mentioned earlier this week, and Justin thought I was crazy. They'll draft Calvin Banks Jr.,
Ooh.
the offensive lineman from Texas. They're going to move back into the mid-teens, grab him. They'll slide him in at guard instead of at tackle, improve the offensive line in front of Trevor, improve the running game, maybe get a running back a little bit later, a defensive tackle a little bit later. Look, this is a good running back class. It's a good defensive tackle class. You don't need to get either one of those in the first round. You move back. You get you an offensive lineman. Trevor Lawrence can wear his white jersey and actually finish a game with it still being white. Somehow, I think the new father would appreciate that.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I like all of our picks. I like them. I like the trade back scenario. I like Mason Graham, fills a need, and I like Ashton Jeanty.
Well, we'll see what happens. Draft day is on Thursday. Make sure you tune in for our News4JAX draft coverage. We will be live over at Lemon Bar on Thursday night with everything as we count down to whatever pick the Jaguars do make.
It's going to be Mason Graham.
Could be.
We'll see.